Hey guys, Corey here. We're talking about GameStop yet again. We have a lot to cover. Roaring Kitty's position, unusual options, the gamma ramp happening in the options chain with GameStop. We also have to talk about a lot of the financial situation and how you can take advantage of this and make a lot of money in options on GameStop right now and the upcoming meeting today. Let's dive right in. Hey guys, Corey here. Welcome to the channel. If you guys enjoy the content, it's your first time stopping in, be sure to subscribe, tap the bell. This way you guys know when I post new content, and if you could give me a thumbs up, it greatly helps the channel grow. Also, if you guys like the strategies that I post in this video on GameStop and you want to learn more of them and you want to grow your wealth, learn options and investing a lot better, you guys can check out my training course in Discord right there on the screen or in the information box below, www.investwithcorey.com/learn. I have limited spots available. Let's dive right into the video. So we talked about Roaring Kitty. He has started from a small position in 2020 to reaching almost $1 billion in worth invested in the company, and instead of cash, he chose shares. He also buys call options 4 to 6 months out. When they go deep in the money, he exercises them, which means all these call options that he's buying are most likely for December, January of this coming year and next year. At one point, he had 5 million shares and 120,000 call options, and now he has 9 million shares. There's also a lot less liquidity in GameStop right now because of all of this madness going on. Therefore, we won't need the volume this month like we did last month in order for the price to move as much as it did. GameStop has $83 million in treasuries, $58.9 million in receivables, and $675 million in merchandise inventory. By the time you add that up with the 45 million share offering the first time, the 75 million shares offering in the second time around, with the $3.1 billion that they raised, you combine that with all of their assets on hand minus their liabilities, and they have over $4.4 billion in cash. When you look at this, it's a price to cash ratio. When you look at the price to cash ratio on GameStop, it's sitting below 3, which is better than all companies in the NASDAQ 100. I've talked about this before. Apple's cash to price ratio is 24 and Microsoft's is 30. This is insane when you think about it, because less than 3 is pure insanity. That is better than, like I said, all companies in the NASDAQ. GameStop also beats 99 of the top 100 companies in the NASDAQ for year-over-year earnings growth percentage, which is only behind one other company. GameStop has billions of dollars in reverse debt. In GameStop's 10Q issued statement, they said the money will be used for mergers or acquisitions. They're basically a SPAC company, and I've talked about this before. A SPAC is a special purpose acquisition company. They could buy AMC, they could buy other companies. I don't think AMC is the company they should buy. I think they should invest in independent game companies. I think that will actually be much better for GME or GameStop. I think they should find independent game studios, invest in them, and become a holding company. But there's a lot of different things they can do with $4.4 billion in cash, like shut down every single store, pay off all their debt, and still have billions of dollars. They could also shut down all the stores and close them that aren't doing any real business or making any money, and open up stores in new locations. And they can also start converting how they do business and improve their business. And they've got enough cash to pretty much do whatever they want. At this point, with the gamma ramp, the cash on hand, the fact that they're becoming an acquisition company, or they pretty much are at this point, we could say, they are making it very difficult for the shorts. Short interest was 141%. It's now said to be right around 14 to 20%. I don't know if I would say that's 100% accurate. I would think short interest might be more than that, but it's definitely less than half of where it once was, or maybe even a third of where it once was. Shorts really can't profit in this situation if the stock price doesn't go down. So we really have to see what Ryan Cohen and company does. And the fact that he posted a meme photo of someone shaking someone else's hand, and it was a GameStop employee, and the person shaking his hand had like a little kitty cat popping out of the pocket. And not only that, it's Take Your Cat to Work Day, National Take Your Cat to Work Day. I've never heard of that before, but that's what today is, apparently. That with the meme photo and his name being Roaring Kitty, and the fact that he has an insane amount of shares and financial investment in the company, it is possible, I guess, at this point, we could say that he might be on the board of electives at some point, or he could be elected to be on the board. So I don't really know if that's for sure or not, but it looks like a pretty big possibility at this point. There's so much to cover on GameStop. I got more content coming up, and in this video, I want to show you guys how you can take advantage of calls. The call options and the options chain is very unusual on GameStop, so I want to show you exactly how you can make more money on GameStop without putting as much collateral up front. If you guys enjoy my options content here on this video and you want to learn more, like I said, you guys can check me out at investwithcorey.com/learn right there on the screen and in the information box below. I'm teaching a full course, one-on-one coaching, as well as my Discord. If you guys want to become more profitable, I take a lot of pride in teaching my students how they can make more money and how they can be more consistent. So if you guys are interested, the information's there on the screen and below. Let's dive into the options chain. Okay, let's dive right into the options chain. We can see that we're looking at June 21st this week. Buy calls. Buying calls is okay if you know for sure the stock is going to go up or have a really good idea of that, but we don't know for sure what's going on with GameStop, but it is looking somewhat promising over the last few weeks, and it's a really strong stock right now. There's a lot of belief in it. I am a big believer in GameStop because it's the last bastion. There's no more Babbage's, there's no more Electronics Boutique, no more Funko Land. It's like the last of the last for 80s and 90s and early 2000s kids who went to midnight releases and love video games, not just as an investor, but a diehard gaming fan who just wants their kids eventually at some point to be able to go to a store to physically look at games. Remember Toys R Us, Funko Land, EB Games, Babbage's, Electronics Boutique, they're all gone, every last one of them. This is it right here. If we don't do something about this, it's over. And I think that also is a mental thing with a lot of investors, and that they, especially Roy and Kitty, they don't want GameStop to go away. And I don't either. But if you're buying call options, they can be expensive. Even for this week, a $30 call is $265. So let's go out to say, I don't know, July 19th or maybe even July 12th. And let's say you want to buy a $30 call. It's $600, but there's an easier way to do it. We're going to buy a $30 call. Then we're going to sell a $31 call to finance it. You'll see you only need to put up $25. This will allow you to make $75. This is a 3x return. And since we're pretty sure GameStop's most likely going to go up, this means you can 3x your money in about 3 weeks to a month. GameStop's going to be moving a lot. Then we can sell the 40. This will allow you to put up 70 to make $430. This is a very big return. Yet again, this is like a lot. This is a 400% return, a 4x return, actually 43%. Either way, you're looking at a 3 to 5x return, and it's a lot cheaper to get in. So if we wanted to do something a little bit easier here, let's go ahead and buy the $55 call option. We will sell the 60. Let's take this one off. This is $60 into 436. So again, it's still very close. This is because of the implied volatility, but either way, we're making a 4x return. Realistically, I think it's the best bet to do a 35.40 at these prices. So again, we're going to sell the 50, buy the 45. If you don't have level 3 options, you're going to need it. On Robinhood, you got to schedule a call to do that. So let's go ahead and click on this. 65 into 435. We can see medium ask. Let's see if we can get filled at 60. So we'll stay with 65. If we were to do, let's say 5 contracts, we could turn 325 into $2,000. If we go ahead and we select 10 contracts, we could turn 650 into 4,300. $600 into $5,000 in less than a month. And all GameStop has to do is go above 50. If GameStop only goes to say 47 or 45, you still make $1,100 profit. However, I think it's best to buy the 40 and sell the 45. So we'll go buy 40, we'll sell 45 because this is a lot closer, a little bit easier. This is 280 into $4,700, which is weird because of the implied volatility. This is what I would do. This way, GameStop only has to go to $45. If GameStop goes to $45, you make $4,700 on 280. Instead of buying one call option for $600 or even $200, because to be honest here, this $40 call is $400. If you do it my way, it's only $200 and you make $4,000. Yes, if you didn't sell that other call option, this $4,000 with the 10 options just being purchased outright would most likely be around $10, $12, $14,000. But you're going to be putting up a lot more money. Why put up $4,000 to make 15 grand when you could put up 200 to make 5 grand? There's a lot less risk. Your risk is capped just like your reward, but you can't lose any more than the 300. Whatever you spend to buy this option, that is the most you can lose. Even if GameStop went to 0, you can only lose $300 on these 10 contracts or $33 per contract at this point. You can't lose any more no matter what. If you buy a $400 call option, you buy 10 of them and it's $4,000, you can lose $4,000. This is safer, less risk, you get in cheaper, and you still make bank. This is the best way to make money on GameStop, and to do it right now is to sell a 45 and to buy a $40 call. Get in, get a certain amount of contracts. Don't go more than 10% of your portfolio. I teach that in my Discord and my one-on-one coaching. You do not want to risk more than 5 to 10 of your portfolio, or 5 to 10% in any one position, as it's not a smart move to do. Hopefully you guys find these strategies helpful on GameStop that are less risky, cheaper, with big profits. This way you have a big upside and still less risk. risk. Thanks so much for being here. I appreciate you guys. More updates coming on GameStop today and tomorrow. Be sure to check out my other videos. Subscribe and tap the bell if you haven't already, and give me a like. And don't forget, if you guys want to learn more strategies like this and you want to dive in deeper and you want me as your one-on-one coach, you guys can do so at any time at investwithcorey.com/learn right there on the screen and in the information box below. Thanks so much for being here. I really appreciate you. Don't forget, if you want to learn more awesome strategies, I picked out a video just for you. And that video is right here. This video right here will show you how to risk very little money to make a lot. So check out that video right there. You guys are going to love it. And I'll see you over there. And remember, in the meantime, let's grow our wealth together. Take care, guys.